As European settlers made their way into the West, encounters with the indigenous people became more common. Someone who helped bridge the divide between settlers and the First Nations was Samuel McKay. McKay was born in Winnipeg in December of 1852. He led an adventurous life, entering service with the Hudson's Bay Company at a young age. At only 18, he was put in charge of a small post in the Vermilion Hills. McKay wasn't happy with the job or the pay, so he decided to make his living as a trapper and trader. His indigenous heritage came in handy on the job. He was fluent in not only English and French, but fully conversant with the Cree, Chippewa, Syilx, and Blackfoot dialects. Homesteaders and the indigenous learned to respect his word and valor. In 1875, Samuel, along with his father, were awarded a contract to supply the Royal Northwest Mounted Police with buffalo meat and to deliver the mail between Fort Walsh and Fort Benton, Montana. This was a dangerous 150-mile route, and winter never made it easier. McKay even had an encounter with the famous Louis Riel from the Red River Rebellion. The Royal Northwest Mounted Police feared another uprising and sent McKay to spy on Riel in Montana. Riel was banished because of the trouble he caused a few years prior. At Wolf Point, Montana, Riel handed McKay a letter. It read as follows: "I've been told by good authority that you've been hired by the Royal Northwest Mounted Police at Fort Walsh to come and watch my doings. If this is so, do as you please. My conduct I do not hide, but for your part, I think you are in a very mean occupation. I can say this much, that it is daring for the Northwest Mounted Police of Cypress Hills to try their vigilance on a soil that's not their own. Good order can be maintained without them, but I assure you, if I am not your warmest friend, I am not at all your enemy." This letter revealed the character of Riel to McKay. He was a persecuted man for trying to help his people. He had to leave the country he loved, yet the Mounties still wouldn't leave him alone. Yet, he wasn't revengeful against the man who trailed him. McKay took part in another big historical event, the Peace Treaty of 1877, signed at Blackfoot Crossing. As one of the terms on the treaty, each indigenous received $22. But the money ran out. Two Mounties rushed back to Fort Macleod to tell Sam to bring more money in the buckboard. After arriving with a police escort, he witnessed the historical scene. It's said Samuel McKay was the last person to see the last wild or natural state buffaloes in all of Canada. They were found in a coulee 15 miles north of Buffalo. He was a crack shot and could bring down geese, swans, deer, and antelope at 300 yards. He moved around to various places in Alberta, including Medicine Hat and Brooks, and worked as a locator before retiring. Some might remember his sons, Colin and Neil. Neil was a cowboy in the Medicine Hat area and served in the First World War, and Colin was a sheep herder in the Brooks district.